Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug, the money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder, so I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride, it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star. Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug, the money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder, so I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride, it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star.
That my voice is deep without a voice change.
Old school effects out here.
But it's not that deep.
Yo.
Like, He's like reasonable.
I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug. The money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is harder. So I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here with Skankel as we bring you the lower bracket quarterfinals in the MSA Cup. Thank you for everybody who've tuned in and to witness the immediate first ban, which is Sicilian. Tonight, however, I was just going to like to say really quickly before we get into the actual matchup itself, we're only going to be showing one of the lower bracket quarterfinals today because there was a little bit of issues with regards to the times. So sadly, this is the case that we're sticking at. I mean, I do take my hats off to the organizers, Nigel, Gerard, Samara, for the amount of work. You guys have to see the amount of work that gets done in the background by these, by this the MSA team. It's crazy just to actually bring us the matches. So you know, I was like looking at the chats there. It's just like, well, there's so many messages just flying back and front, makes me dizzy. So it's like me being the old man that I am. By the time I do my one finger typing to get my question out, the question, I'll be like halfway through the question and then the answer to the question's already out there before I even typed the question. So, you know, this is what it is. But, Skanko, to the bands.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us once again. Tonight we've got Heaven's Predators versus Imperium in a best of three. As Way mentioned, it's the quarterfinals in the lower bracket. We did see Queen banning out the Sicilian, Sinjin banning out the Granger, Apocalypse 23 banning out the Matilda, and Kazuya banning out the Hylos. So, yeah, I would expect a Zushan ban coming in here. But nonetheless, viewers, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. You know, you guys have got us this far. Let's not stop with it. Put it on the braai groepies, the church groepies, whichever groepies you've got. We do appreciate the support. But however, without further ado, this is definitely going to be a good match tonight as we see Potato banning up the Suyu. I like saying that, Potato. I'm a potato. Name.
Yeah, it's rolls off the tongue, shall we say. You know, interestingly enough, I was just watching that there's going the videos for MLBB on YouTube. Looks like there's going to be a major nerf for Sicilian incoming. Quite interested.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I'm quite interested to see how it's going to affect everything as we see Zushin as the final ban.
Well, definitely, bro. I mean, it's just one hero gets nerfed, one hero gets buffed. It keeps the rotation of the heroes quite nice. So it's season on season. It's at least it's different heroes that gets their time to shine. But you also do get those tryhards or like the true fans of the heroes with their mains sticking with heroes. As we see Noah picking up the Bruno, which is speaking of buff heroes this season. He is a pick or ban hero, like we've been saying.
Yeah, very, very scary. And as we've seen, Onyx Philippines has made popular the Layla counter pick. So I think that's a fairly regular pick and counter pick that we get to see. And the Terizla coming out from Overlord. It just goes to show, Scarps Gecko, how much of the players and the teams and, well, even the chat here is going to, like they watch the M6, they follow, they're gaining the knowledge that's necessary.
100%, bro. I mean that is one of I would say that's one of the important reasons why MLBB is there. It's just in fact for the community, it brings a lot of people together, and it's just amazing. But when you mentioned the Layla, I realized I had a Christopherson moment with this Layla's name. Even though I can pronounce it now, it's Adrianina. But yeah, good luck. We'll just go with Layla because that's a difficult name whilst we are busy. As we see Nizdat picking up the Hayabusa and Potato picking up the Garagacha.
Yeah. So, Nizdat, as we know, quite strong on the Hayabusa, as we've seen him feature on that particular hero in several of the matches so far in the MSA, and did quite a good job. So, Kamikaze, how are you going to respond?
Definitely utilizing this 50 seconds.
Yeah. What I would like to see is from Imperium is maybe a mage pick with a bit of control. There we go. There is a bit of control here with the Valentina. Valentina featured extremely prominently in the M6 as well. There is the avatar of Guardian that she can steal to add a little bit of spice to the mix to combine with the Terizla's penalty zone.
100%.
Yeah. Also the shadow kill as well.
We see Kamikaze banning out the Aurora. And, Queen, how do you get another ban? Was it...
It's gonna be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Giving you a total of 4. She would have been swapped out. If you're wondering why one person gets banned twice.
Yeah, that my brain wanted to explode there for a second. But okay, nonetheless. Thank you for bringing us the fourth ban coming in from Heaven's Predators. Banning out the Tigreal.
Yeah. I think I was a little bit preemptive there. If Mads is listening, we should have used this opportunity to convince Scarp Skenkel that there was a glitch in the Matrix.
She is listening. She is in the live chat as well. So, yeah, Kazuya with the final ban coming in from Imperium.
Yeah, so they want to remove any potential extra set to follow up with Overlord's penalty zone. That's going to be coming in here. They don't want to have too much of CC for their front or even backline because the flicker penalty zone is something quite good. Apocalypse 23 with the final ban for Heaven's Predators. Final ban from the entire banning phase. Will we see a jungle ban being banned out, or will it be another roam? There are roams like Cho still available.
Kufra.
Yeah. Kufra. Khalid as well. So I'll be looking at something like that. Because if you add, say, a car lead, for instance, to this lineup, or even a Cho as well, that would be pretty devastating, especially considering you've got this sort of nice backline with the Layla and Valentina, and then just adding a bit of a Cho or a Khalid gives you that early game pressure, and then you can throw in one of your assassin jungles, maybe a Fanny or a Ling, to deal with the backline for the side of Imperium. But they opt to go for a Joy ban, so that is to protect the backline as well, because as we know, Joy is one of the jungles who snowballs in the early game. As we got to see Saint Dynasty use that Joy in the first match yesterday, Scarpscankle, to like crazy effect.
100%, bro. But yeah, just to mention that Joy, bro. That Joy is, yeah, she's been featuring a lot in the MSA. But we see Kamikaze picking up the Akai.
Yeah, so Akai possibly there to cancel Gato out of his ultimate when the moment he lands at Avatar of Guardian, just to pin him up against a wall, to protect the backline, just to keep them a bit safe when Potato does land that Avatar of Guardian. So I'm assuming that's the reasoning behind the Akai pick.
Oh, looking at the drafts at this point of stage, both teams have players that can synergize. Oh, well, let me rephrase. I've got heroes that can synergize beautifully together. As we see Queen picking up the Eve and Apocalypse 23 picking up the Edith.
Yeah, this Eve pick right now, this alien mage, she is just causing devastation in the Land of Dawn. Very, very, very strong. However, Shinshin with that Valentina pick must be licking his lips.
A lot of abilities to steal. Will Kazuya be picking up the bait?
Yeah, as we see someone new in the chat. It's nice to see a couple of new faces. So it's Malik Varela saying Joy is practically meta now. Most definitely Malik. And we have Beauty in Death saying the channel's pretty cool. Well, thank you. Well, I'm glad you like the channel. Please drop us a like, share, and subscribe, and come and tune into the matches. Come and see what's happening here on the Southern African scene. Southern African MLBB. So Malik saying that it looks like Imperium won the draft in his mind, in his opinion. What do you think, Scarpscankle?
Well, bro, I am looking at this alpha with the Valentina and as well as the Layla, bro. What would be the opportunity to get the one up on Heaven's Predators? But with me saying that, that doesn't mean to count out Heaven's Predators, because Heaven's Predators also has got a solid line. But let's see what happens here. I just quickly want to see what the polls are reading at. And will the viewers' curse pop in tonight, as we do see Heaven's Predators coming in the favorites before the matches start with a 59% of the viewers' opinion to take the W in this best of three.
Yeah, as we get to see some pretty cool recall spam starting out nice and early. So Hayabusa taking the red, and as we switch across, it's going to be Alpha on the blue to start. So will we get to see that clash of the titans in the gold lane, as we sometimes do? So we know in this particular update, the gold lane is very, very, very meta at this moment in time. Having an MM with the Malefic Gun update. Or buff rather, so it's a very, very good to get your marksman online nice and early. So we have seen what has previously been a South Africa meta become meta, where it's all about supporting the gold laner. Oh, nice poke there from Shinjin onto the Eve, just trying to keep her honest, prevent any particular early rotation, as we do see Heaven's Predators just engaging here. Lovely engage onto The Akai, he takes a ton of damage. Alpha comes in there because Kazuya, he wants to land that Spear of Alpha, knock up against by the Ether. Once more Spear of Alpha, but the sideways dodge there from Apocalypse 23 gets him to the safety of the turret. I think that was an appropriate moment to recall Spam. What do you say, Skanko?
100%, bro. This is a kung fu fighting moment at its best, as we see Toyota getting songs stuck in people's heads.
So it's objective time in the next 6 seconds as we see the turtle timer going down. Oh, nice engagement here by the Kai. They must get the fear off by Shinjin on the Valentina, pulling Apocalypse 23 back, but he does manage to escape, as we have seen. So this means that Imperium are in a decent position to start contesting for this objective. We do see Overlord getting the turtle started, not exactly pulled to his side. It is pulled to the other side here, but they're all a bit bunched up. Penalty zone comes in there, but does not land onto anybody. Akai dances through there, just wants to zone the side of Heaven's Predators away, and well, the first turtle secured by the side of Imperium.
100%. We did see Alpha picking up the turtle there for Imperium. So, yeah, this is a very slow start because I'm in general used to both teams being very aggressive just past the 1 minute mark. Chasing those kills are not objectives.
Yeah, this is a very disciplined performance from both teams. They're showing a lot of respect to one another. They also know that this is that moment in time in the MSA where a single mistake, a single overextension, we say can change the course of the game, because we're down to the final like 8 teams or so, where this is extremely strong teams. These are your top teams in the Southern African region who have gotten to this particular point in time. So any mistake can be paid for. As we see, just the map control trying to be established by Imperium so far. They have picked up a little bit of a gold lead, but that's thanks to the turtle. As both teams, just as you can see, just respecting one another, shadow banning each other's movements. They're just trying to make sure that the roams are making sure the jungles are safe. The mages are trying to set up for any potential engagements. Oh, the heavy spin does come out from the Akai. Could this prove costly now without him having that heavy spin for the next minute or so?
As we do see the turtle is spawning up in the next 15 seconds.
Yeah, the turtle spawning as we expect on the gold lane. Oh, Bruno, no, he does have the flicker to get out, but he just uses that second skill dash of his to get back to the safety of his turret. I was wondering if the XP laners were going to do a lane swap, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like they're both making the rotation here towards the turtle. So we should expect to see a full 5v5 fight. As we see Hayabusa getting to the backline, it's going to be the Alpha who's taken down as first blood. It's Potato with a kill there, but it's going to be the Terizla who comes in to try to save his team. It was Avatar of Guardian stolen by the Valentina, but look at the damage coming through from the side of Heaven's Predators as they take down 3 in this fight. And the turtle as well. So Heaven's Predators fans, I know if I could hear you screaming now, they would be screaming.
%. Just look at the turn of tides. Heaven's Predators having that gold lead by 1.2k.
Yeah, so Heavy Spin committed, traps the Edith against the wall as she tried to zone around to actually get that mid lane turret pushed in, and paid for that bit of overextension with her life. But at the same time, we see these dots making a good rotation towards the gold lane, getting the pick-off kill onto the Layla there, as we just take a quick look at Bruno, just trying to melt the tower down as much as he can. Ultimate has been stolen by Valentina. I don't know what you guys in the chat think. Is that the ultimate she should have been stealing? Me personally, I'm like, there's a little bit more tastier ultis out there. There is a bit of a skirmish here in this jungle, but at the same time, we are taking a look at the bot lane to see what's going on with the Alpha and Terizla, but Gato seems to be safe for the most part.
100%. I can see Tiara is a bit lost there in the chat. We didn't do the initial proper introduction saying, in the blue corner, we've got Heaven's Predators, and then the red corner, we've got Imperium, as he's a bit lost with the team's name on who's blue and who's red.
Well, Toyota, as you can see, the blue team has a lowercase h and a p. I wonder what that stands for. I'm sorry, Toyota. That was just me trolling you.
Imperium having the numbers advantage onto a potato, the Avatar of Guardian get committed and only landing onto the Alpha.
Ooh, the shadow kill came out onto Shinjin there, but he managed to dash to safety. But there's gonna be, as we said, the Spear of Alpha onto 2, underneath the turret, unfortunately, and the Revitalize from the Gato coming in so clutch. Lots of damage being taken there, but there we see Nizdat coming in there with a Hayabusa to clutch up everything. Was that Spear of Alpha just slightly off the mark in terms of, pushing them under the turret? Possibly.
100%. We'll need to go and watch the replay for that one, bro. But, oh my word, Gato just sustaining so much damage. There was three heroes on top of him, and he survived that engagement.
Yeah, as we see, finally Nightbot has woken up.
And with that, we say welcome to Nightbot.
Welcome back to the stream, Nightbot. It's been a pleasure having you with us.
Your girlfriend has been missing you there for a minute.
Yeah. Ooh, there was a pick-off in the mid lane as I was watching what was going on in the top lane. It's going to be this Hayabusa proving to be a complete a nuisance to anybody who's squishy. Just seizing the opportunity. Oh, but there's the heavy spin being committed once more. Layla gets the kill. Nice play between Adrianina and Kamikaze. But there's the engagement onto the Alpha. Uses the Spear of Alpha to get away. Oh, but the Avatar of Guardian does land. Well, followed by the Eve ultimate as well. A beautiful pick-off. A nice team play. Nice layering off that particular engagement by the side of Heaven's Predators.
100%, bro. I think for Imperium to get back into this, they need to focus on getting the Layla fed. As we see the Hayabusa engaging onto the Layla. But just look at that. The Layla barely escaping with the life.
Yeah, it was Shinjin on that Valentina coming in there to share the damage output from the shadow kill that made sure that Layla was able to survive. As we see the Apocalypse 23 try to dash in onto the Valentina, but she did manage to jump away. Just interested to see whose ultimate has been stolen. It's the Hayabusas. As we see the conceal play coming out here, they see the Terizla, they knock him up here. He's taking so much damage. He tries to land the penalty zone, does connect, but is blown up there in the mid lane. And that is not a good thing for the side of Imperium, losing your XP laner, one of your frontliners, when the Lord is up. So will we see Heaven's Predators push for the Lord early? Looks like they were waiting for Hayabusa to clear his jungle first. I would have been, forcing this Lord nice and early once we had the numbers advantage. But hey, it looks like they feel a little bit comfortable in their position, having developed a 3.2k gold lead. Nice rotation from these stats here as they're trying to get into the back line. There's a heavy spin being committed once more, but look at the damage from Bruno. Avatar of Guardian perfectly landed. Shadow kill to follow up. Unstoppable for the Hayabusa. Again, beautiful layering of the team fight from the side of Heaven's Predators. Oh, but then there's a continuation of engagement here. It's going to be the Valentina that is finally taken down.
100%. Heaven's Predators taking this very seriously. I mean, just before the 11-minute mark, we do see they have all tier 3 turrets and as well as a steadfast 6k gold lead.
So to answer your question, Toyota, kamikaze is the word that was used during World War II for Japanese fighter pilots who, when their planes were about to crash, would crash it into the enemy and thus commit suicide and take out the enemy as well. That's where the word kamikaze comes from. So you don't only get MLBB, we also give you some history lessons here at Waylander Gaming.
If you need pictures to that, go watch Pearl Harbor.
Oh, look at the engagement here. Avatar of Guardian, stolen Avatar of Guardian. It's gonna be the Shadow Kill came out perfectly timed there from it. He is taken down, but the Bruno is still alive. The Edith as well. It's a 3-4 full team wipe with the Lord into the base. And the Dexter's luck is on. Melted down so quickly. First game goes to the side of Heaven's Predators.
100%. GG's well played to both teams, but Heaven Spiriters just being the stronger team going into this first matchup. Even though some of the viewers mentioned that Imperium had the better job. Just like I mentioned, just don't count out Heaven Spiriters just yet. But will Imperium be able to bring it back in the second round and take us to 1-1 each?
Yeah. Or will we end this nice and early? Then we'll talk to Nigel and see what is the issue or what is the story, depending on what happens in this next game. So we'll be able to know how long we're going to be with you guys. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's get into the next game. Heaven's Predators up against Imperium. Into the banning phase we go. And over to Scaps, Genkel, I hand you.
Thank you very much. Sinjin banning out the Hayabusa. That's definitely a respect ban. But you need that. The follow-up. Queen banning out the Matilda from Heaven's Predators. So it seems like Heaven's Predators are not liking the Matilda pick whatsoever. We do know that Matilda is a bit broken, as we see Imperium banning out the Zushin. Apocalypse 23 with a response. Freaky fresh. Everybody was kung fu fighting. And they were fast as lightning. The stream was a little bit exciting. As we wait for Apocalypse 23 to get his ban in. Yeah, Malik, I do have to agree with you. Synergy does play a big part in 5-man plays. This is not a solo game. This is a team game. Also, ever we see Heaven's Predators banning out the Sicilian.
Among the planes exists the equilibrium.
As we see Imperium banning out the Eve. So they definitely did not like the Eve with her ult. I'm a potato. With the third ban from Heaven's Predators.
The Immortal One chose me to vanquish the shadows that
100% on Ryo. There is no I in us. There's only you in us. So that makes it. What am I saying? Teamwork makes the dream work. You see, that right there is another Christophus Clippert moment. I feel like I'm the local dumbass when it comes to Waylander Gaming, but nonetheless, Heaven's Predators banning out the Suyu. Oh, my wife is probably going to call me in the chat again. I just know this. Sinjin with the first pick, or will he swap out with the team? Yes, he does, as Overlord picks up the X-Borg. Heaven's Predators with the second and third pick. No comment, chat. No comment. I hope you guys had a beautiful smile and laughed a bit, alright? That is why I'm here, for your entertainment, okay? I'm happy we have this understanding. I still love you, though. So Heaven's Predator is definitely utilizing the 50 seconds. As you see, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We see Potato picking up the high loss, Queen picking up the Angela. So, interesting. Will it be the Angela mid? Or will it be Angela Rome? Will high loss be XP or will high loss be Rome? This, I'm a bit confused, but maybe was that a possible lag out or one of the members not having time to pick? But I'll just keep an eye out on the WhatsApp chat as we see Kazuya and Kamikaze. I said something. Kazuya showing us that Granger. Will the Granger be picked up? The Granger at this point of stage, right, with his rework, in my opinion, is broken. I don't prefer him in the jungle as of late now. I would prefer him in the gold lane. He's featuring a lot better in the gold lane. But Adrianina picking up the Melissa and Kamikaze on the Vexana. To say I'm loving Imperium draft a bit more now in the second match than in the first match. And no, it's not because it's one of my mains now, okay? It's generally a good draft. And wait, don't even mention commentators curse. I don't want to hear none of it. So Imperium.
If you get knocked out, you know why.
Chichiara, you're not the only one that's getting trolled. As we see Noah picking up the Granger in the gold lane.
Yeah, so the Granger gold lane pick into a Melissa, that extended attack range from the Melissa can prove to be problematic. She does have some sustain with the Inspire as well. Inspire is, how do we say this, a glass cannon kind of build for an MM. It's either do or die. You're either going to be dominating or it's all over for you.
100%. I normally pop those Inspires when I'm reaching quarter health and I'm trying to get a clutch moment. As we see Heaven's Predators banning out the Ruby. The Ruby is an interesting ban, though.
Yeah.
Ruby is,
Well, it's because of the combination that they have with the Hylos Angela. Although I see Malik saying that he thinks that the Rome is still possibly open for the side of HP. That could be possible. I mean, you could throw the Hylos on the XP lane and the Angela in the mid.
That was what I was initially thinking. But obviously, with the follow-up picks now coming in from Apocalypse 23 and Neesdot, they would definitely answer our question very shortly. Is Imperium just as confused as, well, I am?
Yeah, well, Apocalypse was the Rome in the previous game, so that could definitely be a Rome pick in here. I mean, obviously they could swap out, but we see the Gatto being banned out for the side of HP. It's not a hero that they want to have to deal with. You know, with that extra poke into the that extra bit of CC and control that he provides, and the sustainability. Overlord with that X-Borg pick is probably going to be loving it if he's going to be up against a high loss in the XP lane.
100%, because that glorious pathway and the last insanity, look, it will slow down the X-Borg, but you will still be able to get that speed up from that last insanity.
Yeah. It's a bit of a counter matchup here, but let's see what's gonna happen. I'm sure both teams have been taking this into consideration.
Ooh, because we are batting out the Camilla.
Yeah, I think they recognize that there's a roam pick still to be had. I do Imperium at this moment in time. As we see Yuvraj Kubra, first time in chat, making the bold claim of being the Kyrie of SA.
So we finally get Apocalypse 23 with the Benedetta. So that answers our question. So it will be Hylos on the Rome, and then the Angela mid lane as Apocalypse 23 will be taking. Oh well, the Benedetta will be going XP. We might be seeing the swap outs coming in, or could it possibly be the Benedetta on Rome? But we'll definitely see that. Kazuya showing us that Raja or the Karina. Which one will he pick?
Into this particular lineup, probably the Raja pick. I mean, there's a lot of physical damage, but no one's really going to be doing that much basic attack damages. To try and use a Karina that's going to have that second skill to escape basic attack damage. So it's a lot of skill-based damage on the side of HP, especially with the slows being the magic damage slow from the Hyra. So definitely the Raja, as we do see that. Shinjin locking onto the Franco pick. They do want to get that pick off in there just to lock down the Bernadetta when she dives into the back line, or the Granger if they can get the flicker hook. Harley being shown, I don't think there's going to be a Harley pick, but that I could be mistaken here, because I wouldn't really want to play a Harley into a Franco. Monique saying I would have picked the Cho with Angela and Hylas. I would agree with you that the Cho with that combination there would have been extremely deadly for pickoffs.
Seems like Nistat is going in with the Alpha. So yeah, definitely this is going to be an interesting matchup. Will Imperium be able to bring this back and take us into the sudden death round, or will Predators have this in a clean sweep fashion?
So we see a lot of actually a role swap here for the side of HP. It's Potato in the jungle with the Alpha, and Karina saying, imagine that we're doing the commentary for her gameplay with Karina. Well, Karina with a C, we'll one day get to see you play Karina with a K. Maybe live on the channel. So it's been quite a while since we've seen Angela on the mid lane.
Yeah, it simply has been. The last time we saw the Angela, please rectify me if I'm incorrect here, but was that match where Equilibrium went the full healing squad?
Oh yes, yes, yes. That is true. So Johari Joe is loving the draft here from HP. But let's get into the matchup to see what is going to be taking place. Who's going to have the advantage? As this time round, Scarpskanker, both jungles are starting on the opposite side of the jungle. We see Hylos and Angela here just using this early game strength that they have to do a bit of jungle invade. They have a very strong early game trio in here as they move across just to try and take a small cap. Nice pull into the bush, nice steal from them, using that early game advantage of having a Hylos with an Angela behind. Though the Angela just slightly out of position here, but Franco did throw out the hook. already, so she felt a little bit safe there. As we see the Xborg having a good time against the Bernadetta in the XP lane, which is watching on the top corner of our screen. We can see Bernadetta recalling. So Xborg level 1, just enjoying himself there. Hylos comes in here just to try to make sure everybody is a bit honest, and stays away from the Bernadetta. She tries to get her farm back here, having lost out a little bit of farm. But just switching across to the gold lane, it's going to be Kazuya here who comes across to try and recover some of the farm that he lost with that little bit of a jungle invade. Shall we say. Nice from Heaven's Predators. It's good to see teams taking those mini objectives. Oh, but there's the Spear of Alpha coming out onto the Xbox. He did have the frog armor. He gets CC'd up once again. Is it going to be the Bernadetta diving in? No, it's Overlord who manages to escape. Again, once again, Heaven's Predators are impressing me with the layering of their attacks. As we do see a continuation of an engagement here around the turtle. Spear of Alpha comes out once more onto the Roger. He manages to use that wolf form to escape the attentions of HP, who are now in a decent position to start this Lord. Kamikaze there just flickers out of the Bernadetta ulti. It's Xborg coming and trying to get a bit of poke damage, but again that frog armor being taken down. Nice hook from the Franco. Is there the follow-up? Yes, there is. Alpha with the first blood going to the side of HP. So Turtle and first blood.
Well, this is definitely not as slow as a game as the previous match. We do see Heaven's Predators with the, 900 gold lead at this point in stage. Almost 1k gold lead.
Yeah. So that's a very strong advantage to have at the 3-minute mark. Just focusing here onto the gold lane, as we see Adrianina hasn't been taken down a half health. She does get the engagement off. She does have that Inspire going. They managed to get a kill in response. It's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange. It is Kazuya and Noah who have fallen, so Jungle and MM. But the Melissa, once again, a lot of poke damage here. But the heals coming out from the Angela, just keeping everybody alive. For the Hylos, he's not interested in anything. He's just like, I know that Art God is available from the Angela. She does have that up now. It's Spear of Alpha once more into the backline as Alpha just melts down Kamikaze. And it's going to be the Hylos who was taken out. But there's Roger. He wants to engage, but the Heart God is on the Alpha. He's just being healed up. Whatever damage he's taking, he's nothing doing. As they do manage to take the Litho. Spear of Alpha once more onto Kazuya. So Kazuya managing to escape. Has got that high mobility with the Roger.
Yeah, Imperium will definitely need to look at getting those anti-heal items up very early to try and deal with his Angela's heals at this point of stage.
Yeah. So once again, back to the gold lane as both teams are focusing the gold lane quite heavily. Oh, Spear of Alpha, perfectly on the mark, but it is going to be Hylos that gets the kill. And so no Vexana for this turtle fight. The Angela just poking, giving the vision. Who's going to land the retry? It is the Alpha. They do. Glorious Pathway does come out. Roger does use his Lycan Pounce onto the red buff to try to escape, and he does manage to escape. So nice disengage from the side of Imperium. But there's the Bernadetta, sensing that the Roger is making the rotation across. He's so low. She wants to engage further. She uses the second skill. The Heart Guard is still on her. She wants to focus this damage here onto the Xbox. He manages to get off that last Insanity. And knee starts on the Bernadetta, showing some skillful fast fingers to play around. But while this was happening, in the gold lane, it's going to be a kill onto Apocalypse 23 on the Hylos. But I think it was Noah who picked up that kill. Was it? No. It was the Hylos, I think, once again. So, the game now is fairly even in terms of kills, 4-3 in the favor of HP. They have established a little bit of a gold lead, but anything can happen right here. It's Benedetto with the solo kill onto the Xbox. But there's the concealed play. It's going to be the Roger. He gets the Lycan pounce off. The hot gut comes in to save the Benedetto. There's the follow-up from the team. Alpha underneath the turret. Potato on that Alpha doing so much damage. And it's Kazuya who tried to escape there. The hot gut just saving and he starts on the Benedetto just in the nick of time. And so that there are 2 kills, what could have proved to be in a dangerous situation. 2 kills going to the favor of HP as they extend this kill lead and now the gold lead overall. A bit of a jungle invasion. Spear of Alpha once more unstoppable for Potato on this Alpha.
Yeah, this Alpha is getting fed early on, bro.
Yes, we just get the item balls up on screen for everybody to see really quickly. So, third and final turtle. Also going to the side of HP. Glorious Pathway does come out. Melissa, second skills her way to the safety of the turret. But there's the zone out here. They want to lock down that Melissa in no man's land. There's an engagement here onto the Franco. Shinshin taking a lot of damage. Hylos back once more into the front line. Roger wants to engage, but they have to be careful of that hard guard. The Eternal Guard does come out from the Vexana, but slightly off the mark.
100%. This Melissa, she just seems to be slippery. I mean, this is the 3rd engagement that they tried to get onto her, and she just keeps on getting out, bro. She knows what's happening and what Heaven's Predators has tried to cook upon her.
Yeah, the way Scout Skangle started that sentence off, I thought it was going to be an X-rated joke. It's just about to mute him there, but then he finished it off quite nicely. Slippery Melissas and whatnot.
Oh.
So the first turret of the game going to the side of HP. It is there on the XP lane. We do see a small skirmish starting off here around the XP lane. But Alpha making a rotation quite quickly across Kamikaze in a nice position here, camping out. Just to make sure, I think it should be that skill landing with the Eternal Guard comes out there. They want to engage onto the Hylos there. He's taking a lot of damage. The Hot Guard again is there to save him. Benedetta tries to get into the backline. Is this the moment for the last insanity? Yes, it is. Landing onto 3. But there's the Hot Guard with that meta spell that revitalized. Just so much heals. The true damage just not enough to cut through the healing of both Angela and but there's a continuation of the engagement. It's going to be the Spear of Alpha committed under the turret. Mid lane does fall. The slippery Marissa Adrianina manages to get out of harm's way, gets a little bit of protection onto the mid lane.
Yeah, we do see Heaven's Predators opening up the map with that tier 1 mid lane turret falling down. Oh, they finally catch the Melissa. The kill going to the Granger.
Yeah, nice play from the side of HP. They're putting a bit of a squeeze on how are Imperium going to come back from this in this moment in time. There's the continuation of the engagement. But oh, the Vexana with a beautiful Eternal Guard. Franco with a hook. And they manage to engage onto the Queen here. It's a conceals play. They want to take down this Angela. She's been causing so much of problems. But there's Noah. He senses the opportunity. Hylos comes in here. Does get the glorious pathway off. Noah comes in. Wants to do the damage. They do manage to take down the Vexana. But there's the Melissa. She's dishing out the damage underneath the turret. So HP are forced to retreat. They did manage to take the Lord through this whole engagement here that was happening in Imperium's jungle.
100%. Bro, Don Ryo is saying, Waylander, I've been thinking. So we're just waiting for his response to see what he's been thinking about.
Okay. Well, we're waiting with bated breath, as they say. The Lord pushing its way through the mid lane is being taken down quite quickly by the side of Imperium. They've got to get their defense out, and as Joari is constantly pointing out in the chat, you got to get that Melissa fed. And that could be the game changer that you need. Oh, Spear of Alpha does manage to land. Lots of damage, but there's the disengage. It's going to be the Eternal God that comes in to save the team. Noah here trying to get the ultimates off. It's going to be legendary for the Alpha as he takes down the Roger there. Xborg, he's staying around there trying to do something in the team fight, but he gets taken out as well. As we see Shinjin, being blown up by Granger. Noah on the Granger there. So it's a 3-for-1 exchange going in the favor of HP. It was Nizdats who was taken down in that particular engagement. Lovely play there from Kamikaze on the Vexana, managing to land the full combo off. Just to protect the team and help getting the kill. As we see a couple of, at least one Spear of Alpha once more. This Alpha is just on the hunt for Vexana.
100%. Just past the 11-minute mark, we see Heaven's Predators having that 7k gold lead. Heaven's Predators is, they are taking this very seriously, bro.
Yeah. So Bernadetta uses the ulti as a means of escape. It's just one final tier 2 turret left standing for the side of Imperium. They've got to get their defensive game going so that they can actually get this Melissa online and fed. As we take very quickly quick look at the gold, as we see Melissa the closest in terms of anybody for the side of Imperium to keeping that gold more or less even. She is about a 1.4k gold lead off the Alpha, but as we know, Alpha being a fighter, as we get closer and closer to the late game, Flicker, dash hook comes in there, dance onto the high loss, Spear of Alpha comes out, glorious pathway committed, it's going to be the last insanity as well, Hard Guard committed, but it's Imperium who are managing to pick up, they picked up one kill, but it's Heaven's Predators with the snowball advantage that they have. They managed to take down 4. It's only Overlord left alive as they disengage from this team fight and move all the way back to dealing with the Lord. It is the enhanced Lord. It's the Lord that they're going to be hoping to close this out and move through to the semifinals of the lower bracket semifinals of the MSA. So as we said earlier in the stream at the first game, it just goes to show the level of team play that we're going to get to witness now. One single mistake can cost you. There's the engagement. It's going to be legendary for the Granger. There is, if we with the amount of legendaries here, there's going to be a lot of shutdown gold available for the side of Imperium. So all is not lost quite yet. As Joe Hardy says, it's GG's now. Could possibly be, but let's see what we're going to be, what Imperium can cook up for us here. If they can get a shutdown kill, that's going to be a lot of gold. It's going to be Alpha. He engages in here, but once again, the hot card comes out. Bernadetta, what a play into the backline, catching everybody as the Lord makes his way towards the Nexus. It is going to be locked on here. The Granger is trying to lock it down, but it's going to be the Heart Guard saving him. The Lord bashing down onto that tier 3 turrets, falling left, right, and center. As Granger manages to get a triple kill. He wants to go in for more Maniac on the Granger. Are they going to give him the Savage? Let's see if oh my word, the game is ended. Granger must be screaming. He must have wanted that Savage. But congratulations to HP, taking this 2-0, moving on to the next round of the MSA into the lower bracket semifinals. But well played to Imperium for making it this far into the tournament, proving that they are no slouches. They've given us some excellent games leading up to this quarterfinal matchup here. So well played to Imperium. I'll be definitely taking a look at this team in the future to watch, because usually when the teams do this well and they get this far into the tournament, suddenly there's, like, as we say in the game, a bit of a power spike that comes through. So I'll be anxious to see how Imperium does in the future. I'll be taking a look out for, I'll be definitely keeping an eye out for them. But Heaven's Predators moving through to the next round with a strong performance here. 26-7 they take the game. So well played to them. But let's get going and see what's happening next.
Well, bro, I'm looking at the time and it smells Bangat versus Fanacity. in another lower bracket match up, bro. So let's go.
Yeah, so this is actually quite nice for us in the sense that the times worked out quite nicely. Uh, to actually allow us to possibly stream this game. So we're just gonna wait for Nigel to get things going. Unless, of course, there is like, okay. We do see Gerard joining us in the lobby. So they will be setting this up. And while they do set this up, we will just take, as they say in the rock and roll world, a pause for a cause and get you some background music while Scarps, Kekel, and I just rest the throats for a little bit.
Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic, doing mental gymnastics. I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug. The money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah, money is hard, and so I'm not giving up. No, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it.
Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I'm running like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I'm running like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know.
I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side, where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy. Am I happy, did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see. That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride, it lives in me. And now it's time to teach others how to win with me.
CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star. Old school effects out here.
Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic.
So Nigel is asking if he
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. We have Bang Gang in the blue corner up against Finacity in the red. I can see a lot of Finacity fans out here voting for their team, 69%. But for this game, we're going to have a change up of lineup as we see the change up of teams. So we're going to have Nigel, Pixie Fairy, and Skarpskenkel who are going to be taking us through this very, very, very exciting game between these two teams. So let me hand you over to the team as Karina is trying to troll me saying that she heard me eating my snacks. Well, I do like to eat. I don't like the snacks, but over to the team.
100%. We see Bang Gang coming in with the first ban from the birdie. Can I just maybe please ask for the background noise just to be resolved out, please? As we see Luna from Finacity coming in with a response ban.
Certainly there. I do agree. It's going to be a very exciting game. I'm very excited to see both teams. We haven't seen a lot of action from Bang Gang in terms of matches that they've played, so this will be the first time that we get to see them facing a different opponent. I'm very, very, very interested to see how they match up. You know, they do scrum quite a bit. You know, so I'm very excited to see what both teams come up with. Both teams starting off with mage bans, so they're targeting that mid lane.
100%. The Eve and the Zushin not partaking in this first round in this best of three. As we see Smurf from Bang Gang with the second ban from Bang Gang.
Certainly, I wonder what he's going to ban because I think both the Eve pick is certainly, I mean, certainly a very, very good targeted ban, but a Bruno is a normal ban that you usually just see in the meta. So I think both teams are playing this very carefully, mixing both meta and personal bans. I'm wondering if they're going to ban out the Suyu from the side of Lumi, because we did see that it was quite a bit of a problem with that, to the point that when they faced Saint Dynasty, they actually picked it up to prevent him from picking it. So I'm very interested to see how both of these two teams draft. So far, both teams targeting the mid lane and the gold lane.
100%, bro. Finacity is not a team that you need to just think that you can look over. As we see Finacity batting out the Matilda.
So that does still leave quite a bit of options open in terms of the jungle role. I see that the jungler is going to be the first pick on the side of Bang Gang. They do have the second pick in this instance, but it leaves open the Hayabusa, who I believe got a Maniac from the side of FNC. So there's a lot of interesting picks that FNC can pick, but I'm interested to see whether or not they actually look for that prioritization in terms of the jungle. But there goes the Suyu.
Yeah, Bang Gang. It seems like they were listening to you when you mentioned that Suyu on Lumi. Well, Lumi with the Suyu. As we see Finacity banning out the Joy.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they pick up first. Birdie is first pick on his team's side. He does have the option to either pick up the Hayabusa, pick up maybe the Nolan, but they also have an option to. You know what I've been seeing? I've been seeing teams ban out the Bruno and they just pick up the Layla. That's what I've been seeing teams doing, but they opt for the Hilda pick instead, which is another flex pick. You can either go in the wrong position or the XP, but we usually just see her in the XP lane.
100%, bro. You know, you mentioning that if they ban out the Bruno, they pick up the Layla. I've been utilizing that strat. If I see the team bans out the Layla, I immediately go for the Bruno pick.
Definitely, yeah. There's the Hayabusa. It was a tough decision on what PG. I'm very surprised they didn't pick up the Sicilian. That's what I was going to mention. They didn't pick it up. And that just leaves FNC with two very, very comfort picks that they can have. They have the Sicilian for the late game and Hayabusa, you know, for that just decent jungle, overall solid jungler to have on your side. And they do have the chance to respond here with their own sort of picks rather. But Sicilian's going to be it's a difficult hero to deal with, but it's not impossible to beat, you know. But it's just the solid mid lane. They just know that the mid lane is covered. But the opting for the tank jungle, so which we might see a support coming in from the side of BG here. But yeah, we get to see what they pick up.
100%. Pixie Fairy, what do you? Ooh, the high loss with the Fredrin and the Kilo QT seems like we'll be picking up the Garagacha. Pixie Fairy, what are you thinking and what's your thoughts of the drafting so far?
So far, it seems like both teams have got strong heroes on their side. So I'm quite excited for this match, to be honest. And that Gatsota Kacha, sorry, skin that was on, I quite like that skin. I'm sad that he didn't pick it.
Certainly. Oh, Scott, I do see that carry is still open. Yeah, you see how tanky the lineup of BG is. It's very tempting to just pick a tank Malta, and carry is a very good tank Malta there. So I'll be very surprised if FNC doesn't pick it up on their side. But there are still other marksmen open. But yeah, let's just see what they pick.
But now that you mention it, that Clint ban, right, from FNC, it's currently it is pointing to the carry pick, bro. Especially with that, well, it could be either be the carry or the Exia, to be honest. But let's see. Oh,
there's those.
gang reading that play. Let's wait. This is the moment where we call it the commentator's curse.
I think it was a reasonable pick. The thing is, right, if you're picking such a tanky comp, there's so many heroes, marksmen that they can target, but carry is one of the most strongest marksmen against tanks. But I'm still a bit worried about BG's comp in terms of mobility. If FNC manages to pick up a marksman that can go in and out, but options for marksmen that are left, the Layla is open, surprisingly. What other marksman would you go here? Ixia is a decent pick too, but the Clint is gone. The Brody is available, but we see the Granger is also gone. So, limited options, but MLBB has a lot of marksmen open. But yeah, I think Ixia, Layla are still good picks here. Nathan's also a decent pick, but BG has the next ban, and I think they might just target. Oh, they're targeting Gato. They're just worried. They saw that Gato being targeted. They also had Pixie saying that she wants to see the skin. They said, nope, we're just banning out the hero.
Complete boycotts.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that FNC actually banned out the Clint because it is a Vayne's comfort pick, but I think they're just worried about it being picked up on the enemy side. Claude is a decent option to get out of those tanky comp. Yeah, so it's a decent pick. But they do opt out to go for the Khalid, and I'm assuming that's gonna go in the Rum roll.
Well, yeah, maybe there will be the possible swap out. Madness, we have seen him featuring in the XP lane. Yeah, bro. The Claude, to be honest, is not a bad pick because with that blazing duet, that's high speed and he's got a lot of mobility. He can also step out of that glorious pathway. But yeah, we'll just have to stop predicting and see what happens. We do see Destiny picking up the Moskov and Shakti showing and reflecting that Aurora. Will Shakti be able to pick up the Aurora? Will she pick up the Aurora? Will he pick up the Aurora? Yep, they definitely do. So that completes Bang Gang's first draft for the first matchup. And it seems like I1 will be going. I never thought about this.
You can go Melissa because the tanks can't really get to you, but yeah. Both teams it's a very difficult pick here, but I just think that BG's comp is very tanky. So if FNC struggles in the early game, it's going to be a very long game for them in the late game. But they do still have the Sicilian, it's a pretty decent game hero in the late game. But Vayne ends up locking up the Melissa.
100%. FNC having the quicker lane clear or wave clear, as you would like to call it that. But yeah, definitely it's very interesting drafts coming in from both teams. Viewers, what are you thinking about the draft? I'm just waiting to get the poll up, and then it seems like Finacity are the favorites. going into this best of three between them and Bang Gang.
Definitely, that gives me the ability to go choose and support Bang Gang's draft. Even though I disagree with so many tank picks, I think they got something to work with here, you know. But you do see that Lumi and Luna are on the Sicilian and Hayabusa. I like those heroes in the late game, and I also like the Hayabusa ability to go in and out. But you never know in the Land of Dawn, right? Let's just see how both of these games go. Yeah, we are. Yeah, there's four flowers on the side of FNC. Let's see if the power of love wisdom the game. Anyways, straight into the action, guys. Whose draft are you favoring this cup?
Well, I'm favoring Tenacity, but that's purely for the fact that my main is in their lineup, bro.
Which one is that?
The Melissa.
Melissa. I thought you were a Layla fan now since you got the Malefic gun buff. Okay, Melissa. I like Melissa. I like the skin. But yeah, I hardly play Melissa mostly because you need that farm. If you get ganked quite a lot, it's gonna be a bit difficult for you in the late game. But still a solid marksman to have on your side.
100%, bro. If you've got that broken build, but without further ado, we do see Tenacity trying to go for that early gank, jungle invade. Yeah, so it is the Chow on the Roam and the Khalid on XP. The Yulak doing a lot of lane cut, doing the lane cut there in the XP lane.
Certainly, I'm very surprised that the Cho ended up going in the Roam. Mostly because of the play. I actually assumed because the Madness picked it up, he was actually going to go in the XP. But seems that they swapped quite a few things out from their previous lineup. I don't see Jinwo in this lineup, and I also don't see. I think they had another mid laner. So let's just see how this thing works out for them. Ooh, very good early engage coming in from the Hayabusa, getting that early kill. 4 members of FNC chasing down the Fredrin, but he's just so tanky. Actually, he looks to go back into the team fight. Will he be able to get the kill? He does have his ult. Dashes out is the Hayabusa, but unfortunately, Fredrin just shows forth there. Unfortunately, unable to get that kill. Puts his team in a slight disadvantage. It is, leading up to the first total of the game, but it's not too much of a train smash. But yeah, certainly a good early game advantage coming in from the side of FNC, which is exactly what they need to do in this game to get the early game advantage.
100%. If you get that early game advantage and you can control the match, bro, that's a recipe for a winning. Well, that's a winning recipe. But nonetheless, we do see Fantasy rotating here to the XP lane.
Definitely, both members. I think Madness will have the level 4 for the next total fight here. Hayabusa, Hilda going straight into the backline, but unfortunately he has no backup. Will he be able to get the kill? Unfortunately not. Killing spree coming in for the Hayabusa. Very, very good early game coming in from the Hayabusa. They put this team in a very, very good advantage. Looks like Fredlin is circling down the turtle there. He's looking to retribution it. He is slightly behind in terms of retribution, but he manages to take it out. Hayabusa unfortunately falls short there. So Fredlin manages to save his team there. One of the advantages of having a tanky jungler is that you have the ability to just not fear being assassinated. And yeah, very good early game coming in from both teams. But although they are behind, BG is certainly putting up a fight here, winning that first total.
100%, bro. This Hayabusa getting fed early on in the match. Just past the 3-minute mark, Tenacity having that 600, make it 500, it's 600 gold lead at this point of stage.
Certainly. The Hilda and the Khalid are going to have a stalemate. I expect to see 2 Thunderbolts there. I do like the Halos, though. Halos manages to catch out the Cho, but Macho manages to dash out of that team fight. I would like to see them gank more, but on the gold lane here, you see that the Hayabusa is looking to take down the marksman of BG here, which is Destiny, but he hasn't died yet. They're looking to take his blue buff here. I don't think our Hayabusa notices that. I think BG has actually communicated that, the 2 people up. And yeah, that's a free buff that you get to take. And that puts the Fredrin above in terms of gold. Very good counterplay from the Fredrin there.
100%, bro. I do agree with you there. Yeah, I just quickly want to resolve the background noise here. It is feeding into the stream. My apologies.
It's all right. Anyways, as we see that the glorious pathway has been used by the Halo, so you won't have that for the next objective. What is it? Actually, will. what am I saying? It's not a super long hold down, but we see that the Cho is circling down here. I think they're gonna looking to make a gank on the gold lane. He is left alone, so will he be able to survive is the question. Destiny caught alone here. Does he see the three members of FNC are circling down? Actually, his team manages to save that, and they are looking to protect their marksman here as the next turtle is coming up, and both teams look to be they look interested to be contesting this, and we see that both Hayabusa is going to start up with his red buff, get a bit of slight retribution advantage, but Fredrin responds with the same thing. So right now the turtle has been started by the Fredrin. What do you think is going to win here? I think that BG are in a good position, mostly because they're so tanky. Anyways, we see that the Glorious Pathway has been used again by the Halos, straight into the backline. Halos goes. Fredrin also in the background, just not able to target a single person. Aurora commits to ult here. We see that Hayabusa has managed to land the ult not the Hayabusa, manages to get the marksman of BG. BG loses their marksman, but yeah, both teams are in a good position. Fredrin is unfortunately taken out. Both junglers are out of the position here, so it looks like it's going to be a turtle reset. And it looks like BG are going to try to take the mid lane turret here, but it also gives Elvain, the marksman of FNC, the opportunity to take down the gold lane. Are you still able to hear me, Mr. Scarp?
100%, bro. I can hear you loud and clear. I'm just waiting for my MLBB to refresh here. Ooh, I see there's a lot of happened in that happened in that few seconds that I just disappeared off the stream. But yeah, no. So just looking at this, Bang Gang definitely having the map advantage here, especially with the mid lane turret gone. But yeah, we do see the Hayabusa engaging onto the Aurora. And the Fredrin taking the third and final turtle for the side of Bang Gang. So, yeah.
No, we do still have one more turtle, but I think what you saw off stream is that it looked like there was a turtle fight. That turtle fight never happened because the turtle actually got reset. So this is only the second turtle of the game. It actually was a team wipe. Both junglers died, and then no one was interested in taking the turtle. I'm very surprised with BG's ability to maintain themselves in the game. They have such a tanky comp. They're unable to push lanes, but they're not really. I wouldn't call them behind. They're surviving in this game, and they're doing a pretty decent job of surviving. The Hilda versus the Melissa in the top lane here. Melissa with so much damage hasn't been ganked before, but the BG's XP lane are looking to kill down the Hilda. Hilda with so much damage, will he be able to get the kill on Aranya? Elvain, will he be able to get the kill? Unfortunately, no one dies. Both members are so low. And we see there's so much action also on the bottom lane turret here. Will they be able to kill coming in from anyone? No, unfortunately not. Hayabusa is at the back here. Glorious Pathway committed by the Halos. They managed to take down the XP lane of FNC. So turret-wise, it is 2 turrets to FNC. The Hayabusa is very, very low here. I'm not sure if BG's marksman sees them, but is very low. I don't think he's very interested in taking down anyone at the moment because the marksman is just so full here. Oh, very good solo kill coming in from the marksman of BG. Destiny manages to take down the jungler of FNC. It doesn't look like, again, odd draft from BG, but it seems to be working for them.
Yeah, well, bro, with that previous engagement, both junglers falling to both teams. The Sicilian took down the Fredrin.
Yeah, BG's draft reminds me when it was tech meta. When you just see 3 tanks in whatever game you see. You just see 3 tanks, and it's just such a difficult game to just get to the backline. But yeah, it's working for them. Not in terms of turrets, but just in terms of just surviving in terms of these team fights. It's not FNC not able to snowball as much as they did in the previous games against other opponents. The Hayabusa was a decent pick for them. Straight into the backline, Cho goes, but unfortunately he's unable to catch anyone. Hilda is looking to come to help his team fights here. It looked like Hayabusa was looking to engage in that, but just so tanky is the Halos, and he's going to go for his blue buff, as it looks like both teams are going to look down to take down the next Lord here. The very first Lord of the game. Ooh.
We do see the Khalid engaging onto Moskov, but Hilda coming in there and taking down the Khalid. We do see the Glorious Pathway gets committed onto the Chow. Will they be able to catch the Chow? No. The Chow with the fast fingers gets out of there. We do see the Hayabusa getting the pick-off kill onto the Moskov, but the Hilda responds, taking down the Sicilian, but the Melissa coming in clutch, getting a double kill. So that is a 3-4-2 exchange to the side of Finacity, giving Finacity the advantage on the first Lord of the match.
Yeah, in that off-camera exchange, I'm not sure if it was visible, but it was actually the Hilda who manages to take down the Sicilian of FNC, which actually, the marksman wasn't ganked that much, which is why the Melissa is just able to just sustain herself. And that shield that we didn't think about in the draft, just able. I mean, I guess Scarp did predict it. It is his main hero, so he understood how the game was going to work. Hopefully, the marksman is using the secret board. It manages to take the shutdown kill on the Cho there. Will they be able to get out the Khalid? Unfortunately, not. So again, it looks like the first turtle, not the first turtle, rather the first Lord is going to be coming down on the side of FNC as they look to take down the several turrets around the map, looking to capitalize on the very first Lord fight.
Just past the 10-minute mark, FNC has the 3k gold lead, as well as the map advantage with the Lord and all the tier 1 turrets down.
Certainly. I feel like, the one key person to victory for the side of BG right now, at least, is the marksman, man, because they don't really have a lot of damage, so they do have a lot of ability to pin down the enemies, but not enough to just execute them. So I think they're going to need to make sure that the marksman gets fed there, but
100%, bro. We do see Bang Gang engaging onto that Lord, trying to get that Lord down as fast as possible as they have a 3-2 split. But the Melissa having that opportunity in the bot lane to get that back door open. We do see Hayabusa engaging onto the Moskov and getting that takedown onto the Moskov in the back line. The Hayabusa definitely doing a lot of work as he takes down a tier 2 turret. The Melissa also got that tier 2 turret in the bot lane, so it's only the tier 2 turret in the mid lane left for Bang Gang.
Certainly. I would like to see Bang Gang pick up a bit more blade armor here. They do have the ability to neutralize some of the damage coming in from the Melissa, by picking up just so much damage coming in from the Melissa. Not enough sustain in from BG. Will they be able to lose another member here? Unfortunately not for the side of FNC, as BG's members managed to survive that skirmish. We see another engage coming in here. I just think that the Fredrin is trying his luck here, but I don't think he's looking to kill anyone. As straight into the backline, Hayabusa goes. Jeez! Manages to catch out the Malice marksman, and as I was saying that on his way out, he manages to take down the Fredrin. Will they be able to end the game? I don't think so. I think BG's members will be back, but certainly they're managing to control the map again here, just showing how dominant they are on the map here. The Melissa certainly hit that mid lane power spike and keeping your team in this fight. And it looks like the next Lord is up in a league. The side of FNC will be looking to end with this one.
100%, bro. The Sicilian and the Melissa is gelling quite well at this point of stage. I mean, Melissa is doing the damage and Sicilian is just finishing them off with that bat feast. As we do see Finacity in a very good position here to take the first enhanced Lord of the match. Just look at how they are melting away that enhanced Lord. Bang Gang trying to get the opening here, but the Hayabusa gets that enhanced Lord.
Yeah, I don't really think there was going to be a fight here. BG at least trying to salvage something here. They're going to try to clear the top lane to get that, at least that, just reduce the map pressure coming in from that Lord and those advanced minions. But again, both teams in a good position to defend this and end this. It just depends on who executes their draft. The minions are not synced yet. The top lane is there, but it seems that the mage and the jungler of FNC are looking to go clear out those lanes and make sure that the Lord actually has as much minions as they can. But it actually doesn't look like it, because I think the Lord got there slightly before the minions got there, so they won't be able to do anything with this Lord.
Yeah, well, with the uneven wave pushed, it actually worked in favor to the side of Bang Gang. But we do see Finacity bringing in the next wave of minions as the Lord goes on to the Nexus. Will the Hayabusa get in there onto Iron Destiny? Yes, he gets down the Moskov. But Hylos gets the shutdown kill onto the Hayabusa. Will Finacity have enough yet to finish onto the Nexus? Ooh, the Melissa getting a mega kill onto the healer. They are not focusing the Nexus, but the Melissa getting the double kill. So the first match going to Fnacity. GG's well played to both teams. But Fnacity just proving to be the better team in this first round. Will Bang Gang be able to bring this back in the second match? Or will Fnacity take this in the clean sweep fashion?
Certainly, yeah. I just think BG's draft was a bit too tanky, for the execution of the draft. Because as much as you have tanks, you don't really have. If they were going to do that, then they should have probably picked a Layla, something with insane amount of damage, But the Hayabusa did a pretty good job of just getting to the backline. So even though they did have that sort of tanky compositions, 3 tanks. The Hayabusa was just managing to get to the backline always, and that actually ended up in his team's favor because, they didn't really lose any members on the side of FNC. There was no damage of execution, not insane amount of damage. The Aurora is a decent mage to have, but more in terms of just teamfights, to stop the enemy in their tracks, not really a finishing off burst type of mages such as the Sicilian. But I think Bang Gang might make a substitution here, but it looks like FNC is seeking to just remain with the same draft and the same people on their side.
100%, bro. I'm just very interested to see who's going to advance in the in the lower brackets.
Yeah, just for the people that are watching at home. So it is the loser of this match is going to be eliminated, unfortunately, which means that the winner of this game will proceed to the next phase of the lower brackets, essentially. We'll have upper bracket matches after these lower bracket matches have concluded. Essentially, how it works for everyone that's wondering, once you get to the lower brackets, there is no ability for you to go to the upper brackets, but you still have the opportunity to advance along the way. So basically, two losses and you're out. So if you lose from the upper brackets, you come to the lower brackets, and if you lose from the upper brackets, you just come down to the lower brackets again. But again, very, very exciting matches coming up, and we see that the side of BG actually swap out the mage. The mage is actually the MVP, so I'm very surprised that they swap out BG's mid laner there.
100%. So just for the viewers wondering what is up next, which is only tomorrow night, but the first match tomorrow night in the lower brackets is Dark Harvest versus Celestials. And right after that, we've got RRQ versus Exodus. So please tune in tomorrow night again. That we're going to have some more exciting matches for you. But without further ado, let's get back into the action with Fnacity and Bang Gang.
Yeah, it seems like Moonton is actually behaving today. The servers haven't given us much problems. So I'm very, 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 very. It's like you get excited when the game starts. That's the trouble that I've had from getting those server errors in the last time. But back into the action we go. We see that FNC will have the first pick in this instance around. I'm very interested. Since the mage of BG did go off, I wonder if they're still going to ban out the Eve, because that is Shakti's main hero. He's pretty good on that hero. So I wonder if they're going to do the same sort of ban. But, let's just see. There were a lot of assassin ban, but I think in this instant, the Suyu might slightly be the prior pick. But we saw it was banned out in the last game, because I see that BG also does stay up the Suyu, but they opt out to ban the Zushin.
100%, bro. But can I give you the 5 cents in regards to the server problems? It is and please don't give height, but it's the 10 p.m. situations, because every time when we hit that 10 p.m. mark, the tournament lobby seems to be a bit glitchy. As we see Bang Gang banning out the Hayabusa, not loving the Hayabusa in the previous match.
Certainly. I see someone
I would
asking you.
either, to be honest.
What's up?
No, I'm saying I would have banned Hayabusa as well after that match. He is just a nightmare to deal with.
Yeah, I think there's also a CU that's left open. I wonder if they're also going to ban out that here. But the issue is like target banning, but at least Hayabusa is just a safe ban overall. It's that they'll leave out other heroes that are broken or that people are very comfortable on those heroes. But, they do have the opportunity to adjust for the second 2 picks on their side. So whatever picks that they pick, I just think the only difficult hero to deal with who probably beat the CU, especially in the late game there. So BG made us a substitution. Let's see if it works out in their favor. Banning out to get two reactionary bans out for them because they were pretty problematic in the last game. I think they just forgot about the CU in the last. I mean the Sicilian in the last game, and that proved to be very useful for the side of FNC.
Time to drop the beat of the flash.
Yeah, there
Do
goes.
see Fanacity. We do see Fanacity banning out the Joy. So there will be no dancing coming in from the Joy as Destiny has the next ban coming in from Bangang.
Certainly, I think. Yeah, I don't think they're going to target the marksman here. I think they're going to maybe go for the CU ban, or maybe another. I don't think they can target the XP lane because there's so much heroes you can pick up on the XP. I just think that they're going to ban out the CU because those are difficult heroes to deal with. But FNC does have the ability to choose their pick here, whatever marksman they want to pick, whatever. It is a good chance to pick up the Bruno, but I don't think that is within FNC's sort of rough picking style. They don't really go for the marksman first pick, so I think they might go for the mage or the XP or just a flex pick hero that can go in the XP or mid or Rombro here. So let's just see what they pick up. There was second down the Gato at some point, so I wonder if they're going to actually pick it up this time around, since they do have the first opportunity to do that. Halos is also open. So let's see what they pick up first. Oh, yeah, there's the Khalid. You'll be so confused of whether or not Khalid's going to go XP or Khalid's going to go Rome, but you just know the Khalid is there. So Bangang does have the ability to choose two heroes to counter that. What would you go for, Scarp and Pixie? What would you go for?
Well, on FNC to respond to that, Bruno would definitely be the Layla. But we do see Bangang picking up the Eve. However, the Ling, Fanny, and the Ling and Fanny are still open. So those are still two very good picks in the jungle currently. You know, a hero that I haven't seen much lately, especially in the tournaments, is the Julian. And I know Mr. Waylander himself would like a Julian pick into this situation.
Yeah, I'm waiting to play Julian when he gets his two new skins next year. I think he's getting 3 skins, so that's when I'll start playing Julian. I unfortunately missed out on getting the skins for JJK, so I'm gonna wait for his 2 upcoming skins. But yeah, Julian is a good pick. We see that Luna and Lumi have the next 2 picks here. We see that the Sun has been picked up, but we're going to see a really seen Gushin in this lineup.
100%. Pixie Ferry, what would you pick in the instance on Bangang against the Vex? Well, against the Gushin?
Against the Grisha.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain just fried at this moment. I think I would go with Edith.
Edith can work, Cooper can work. Something tanky, right? Something that can just disrupt Ocean's dashing ability. That would be a very awesome pick to pick on the side of BG there. We do see that the side of FNC has the next pick. We see that they do have the Clint, they do have the Layla, they do have Melissa again, they do have Moskov. So it's so many options left on the side of FNC, but they have to ban out the Halos, which was a bit difficult to deal with, but I don't think they struggled too much a bit against it. But if you see a Bruno and a Gato and a Halo, it's going to be a long day for you. So it is mostly because of the Gato's ability to flex pick. You can just put them in XP or from position. So we don't know where the Khalid or the Gato is going at the moment. You know, it's a cool thing about these tanky XP laners.
100%, bro.
So let's see. I used to remember when before the Malefic gun sort of buff, you used to see every time you see a Bruno, someone would just pick up the Belleric, you know. But yeah, they ban out the Layla. You know, I think they would sense that the problem because Layla just outranges Bruno, you know, and in the late game she's just a bit it does insane amount of damage, especially if you don't gank her enough. So they just choosing to just take out the Layla there. They do still have a decent amount of options. We did see that they do sometimes go with the Alpha in the jungle row position. We see that the next ban is coming in from the side of FNC. They have the ability to ban out a jungler here, but they're just deciding which jungler to ban out because I don't think they'll go for a roam ban because they've banned enough roam heroes here. The Camilla is open, but they go for the Hilda.
Yeah, the heal up ban not being a very bad ban at this point of stage. But yeah, very much interested to see. You see, there is still a lot of options against the Bruno. The Clint is not a bad pick against the Bruno. But yeah, nonetheless, CC or Sassy, yeah, this is going. Let me rather not. Bang Gang having the next pick, picking up the
Ooh.
Chow.
I do like the Chow there because the Chow was picked up by the side of FNC in the last game, so I think they just saved it up, and now FNC basically have to rethink their things here. They have to wonder what exactly they're going to pick. But with that, with that Chow pick, it does give them the opportunity to pick up the 1-1 because they could have picked up the Krufra and encountered both Gushin and the 1-1. But Chow's again not a bad pick, and it's also a good response from the side of BG. They do have the next pick here. I think they're gonna go for the Fredrin again. I'm not so sure about that. I think Alpha would be decent, but Fred is not horrible. I just think that they need. But again, this time around, they do have the Bruno, yeah? So they have the damage, which is something that we're lacking in the last game, and they have the mage, the Eve for the map control. So I think it could work the Fredrin this time around, especially with the Gushin. But you never know, eh? You never know.
Well, 100%. We see Finacity picking up the glue as well as the 1-1. And, well, it seems like Bangang will be having the... Never mind. It seems like they are listening to you and deciding to go with the Alpha.
I just hope that people don't take a lesson, right? I suggestions that I think would be good in the comp, but I don't think they're listening to it. There is just like a slight delay on the casting. I just think that I'm very good at predicting. That's what I'm gonna tell myself, very good at predicting the boss. Yeah. So Lumi on the Gushin. We hardly get to see a Gushin, but we also hardly get to see a 1-1, which is again another decent milestone to see. But we also hardly get to see the glue, in our server at least. But I think he's gonna go in the wrong position since he went in the wrong position in the last game. But Amanda was playing XP, so I think tonight he's just playing a more roaming room position.
Oh, bro, we did see High Madness on the glue last night, bro.
Was he?
Yeah.
I was here in Spurs, I was in. So how did he do? Did he win? How did he go?
Well, the first match of Tenacity, but bro, they are on the lower brackets. But yeah, let's just hope this goes off better. But yeah, let's see. Tenacity, will they be able to take this in the clean sweep, or will Bang Gang be able to get a return W here? As we do see both teams starting on the same side of the jungle, blue and red buff. So potential early game gank onto the gold lane. We do see the Chow providing vision there for his team. So the Alpha knows there's no early game gank or early game invade onto the jungle here from Fenacity's side.
Certainly. I think it looks like BG's side actually opted to skip on the lethal battle there. So I'm very surprised they did that because they do have a team decent enough to sustain that team fight, but I don't think they want to take any risks, so they're looking to just take the normal route for the jungle, which is just the natural path towards level 4 and look to gang down the gold lane off the side of FNC.
100%. Alpha just having the quicker jungle clear here. Birdie in a bit of danger here. The glue onto the Chow. But look at that Chow. The Chow just escaping slightly, barely with his health. But yeah, Bang Gang getting that gold crab. So Bruno just having that slight gold lead. But the 1-1. Yeah, bro, this is definitely going to be a matchup to keep an eye on between the 1-1 as well as the Bruno.
Yeah, I do like how the side of FNC managed to burn the flicker off the side of Cho there, so you won't have that flicker for the nice combos the next turtle fight there. So it looks like Glue is just doing a pretty good job of just zoning away the enemies, forcing them to use their skills. Not looking to get any kills out of that exchange, but just Oh, as I
You
said
see,
that, yeah, I see that. I saw that. Anyways, next turtles fight is coming up. Let's see how it goes, Mr. Scott.
100%. We saw that engagement onto the Khalid from the Alpha, but the Khalid just being able to sustain that damage. Yeah, this first turtle dance is definitely going to be interesting. We do see the Alpha starting the turtle, pulling the turtle to the side of Bangang. Fanacity will be looking for this opening here. We do see the Glue coming in, but the Glue in a bit of danger here as the Eve's ult gets committed and the first blood going to the Alpha. The Avatar of Guardian gets committed, landing onto two. The Khalid getting the pick-off kill on to the Chow. However, we do see in the same time, we do see 1-1 getting the solo kill onto the Bruno in the gold lane.
Certainly, I think Alpha's gonna respond to that. Two losses in depth with the red buff still. So I think he's doing a pretty good job here. But losing two members is not good. They did manage to get the first objective of the game, so they are still in the better position that they were in the last game. So Alpha goes into the backline, retribution used on the Khalid, manages to get that kill on their side of their team.
Yeah, got to getting that kill onto the Khalid, but that Spear of Alpha was just properly cast under the turret, giving the Gato the opportunity to follow up there. But in the meantime, we do see the engagement onto the Bruno here in the gold lane. The Gushin and the 1-1 doing so much damage onto that Bruno at this point of stage. But yeah, Gushin just opting to retreat there and go farm up some more and possibly go and push another objective in another lane.
Yeah,
As
one
we
thing
do
that
see Bang Gang having the numbers here.
I see them. One thing that FNC is doing a pretty good job of is making sure that the goal line is properly farmed. Joe has committed his out there, so unfortunately didn't actually kill anyone because the Clue manages to use that flip, gets out of that position, and Gushin looking to circle his way down to the XP lane. But yeah, again, I think BG they need to gank a Bruno a bit more, because the 1-1 is going to be a lot of a nuisance in the late game, especially if they don't gank her enough. But so far, I think she's in a comfortable position. She hasn't been ganked quite a lot, and it looks like it might be a turtle for lane sort of trade here. But the Gushin caught in a terrible position here. Will he be able to get the kill? Looks like he's looking to get a kill, but unfortunately he manages to fall down. He was in a bad position alone there, but they do respond with a kill on the Eve. But on the side of FNC, they haven't lost quite a lot of things, but they look to be losing the next turtle here as the Alpha heads straight to the turtle.
100%. Bang Gang. So, well, they're getting this second turtle of the match. And Alpha engaging onto that blue buff, trying to choke the Gushin here. As we do know that Gushin requires that blue buff, but that Gushin doing a lot of damage onto the Chow. The Alpha just being there to be able to protect his teammate. But we do see the Glue engages onto the Alpha. Will they be able to get the Alpha? Yeah, the Glue commits his ult and he's on top of the Alpha. The Alpha will fall. The Vexana getting the finisher on to the Alpha.
Very good engage and takedown from the side of the Mage and the Roma of FNC. They're looking to respond with their own sort of XP buff field here, but it looks like the Gushin has been kicked by the Cho, but only as a way of just kicking him out of the yeah, it was the wrong position. I think he was trying to kick him into the tower, but unfortunately, it didn't work out as he probably would have hoped because he looked up with
Guardian gets committed, landing onto the Vexana. The Bruno getting the kill on, getting the double kill as well as on the Glue and the Vexana. But in the meantime, we do see the Khalid getting that first tier 1 turret in the XP lane. So as we just passed the 6-minute mark, the gold is fairly even. Fanacity having the kill deficit by 1, so this matchup is still fairly even.
Definitely another insane amount of damage coming from the Gushin. It looks like a solo kill from the Gushin there as the next turtle is about to spawn. So very good response coming from the Gushin. They are leading in terms of kills and turrets. So now one of those deadlock games in terms of turrets, but it looks like it's very, very action action-based. But oh, very good kick coming from the Cho. Unfortunately, unable to land that out. It looks like he's gonna forward a very good counter kill coming in from the side of Killua QT. Was it Killua QT on the side of FNC? Managed to take down the mid lane. As I was saying, that Destiny unfortunately falls, and it looks like it's gonna be a turtle on the side of FNC. Very first turtle of the game from their side.
100% Finacity having the advantage here on this turtle. But I think that name is pronounced Kill UQT. You see Kill UQT? You see the wordplay that he did there on his name?
Yes, I see it. People must sometimes get on here and actually explain the madness. Then I just call madness. I know the I in madness, just call it madness. You know, you never really explain to me what the I stands for in his name. But yeah, pretty good game coming in from the side of FNC so far. Give me a second.
So Bang Gang looking for the engagement onto the Khalidia, as we do see the Chow and Alpha are going to possibly rotate to the XP lane as the Alpha tries and saves the mid lane turret. But a Finacity just taking these turrets now at this point of stage. Oh, and the Gushin gets a solo kill onto the Bruno. This Gushin is doing a lot of hard work now at this point of stage. So Finacity having the map control just past the 8-minute mark, as well as the 2.7k gold lead just past the 8-minute mark, with the 5 kills deficit as well. Mid lane engagement between the Khalid as well as the Alpha, but the Khalid getting his prayer there and healing back up. We do see the child trying to get into that back line, not being able to do so. The glue engages onto 3. The Eve's ult gets committed. The Spear of Alpha comes through, gets the pick off onto the Avatar of Guardian also gets committed. The Khalid just barely getting away there. So the glue and Vexana falls for the side of Finacity. So Bang Gang getting a 2-for-0 exchange.
Bang a pretty good job in terms of kills, but I would like to see a lot more pressure on this. Ooh, as I say that, a kill coming in on the side of FNC, as there looks to be 3 members on the side of FNC taking down the Gatso here. So as I was saying that, I think they need to put a lot more map pressure and get a lot more turrets. It's 9 minutes and they don't really have a turret at this point. I think they're lacking in that initiative, but I wouldn't count them out just yet. Only 3k gold behind, but yeah, it's something to come back from, right?
100%, bro. We do see the Gushin engaging onto the Chow. Although we get the follow-up there. Yes, the Vexana comes in and the she gets the kill onto the Chow. And the Alpha also falls to the 1-1. So Finacity having the advantage here to get the first Lord of the match. And just to come back, it's not kills that wins you the match. It's objectives that wins you the match, unfortunately. As fun as it is to kill people in this game, that's not what wins the game, as we see Finacity getting that first Lord of the match and as well as extending their gold lead to 3.8k, just past the 10-minute mark.
Certainly, we see that there is was that an outcome?
Bang Gang played a much better game this time around, but they do need to take more attention to taking turrets and objectives. That's the only thing I've got with them.
100%. I agree with you. It looks like they are going to, FNC is going to make sure that they do get the most out of this Lord fight. Oh, Gato. Not Gato, rather, Glue in a bad position here. Wouldn't be able to escape. Unfortunately not. Ooh, but as they respond, I think he has spoken to his teammates and let them know that the ult has been committed. Gato, unfortunately, jumps onto no one. So many ults being committed in that sort of skirmish. So many charges falling on the side of Bang Gang. So unfortunately, they are still in the fight, but just the charges are not looking good for their side. Very good freeze coming in from the side of Gatsu, keeping himself in the game.
100%, bro. We do see the Spear of Alpha gets committed on Kill QT, but the Gushin coming in there, getting the pick-off kill onto the Alpha, saving his teammate. That Khalid is probably very grateful for the Gushans. Quick plays there at that point of stage. We do see Fanacity bringing in the first wave of minions onto the tier 3 turret. The Chow gets the kickback onto the Gushan. Will the Gushan fall here? No, the Gushan gets a monster kill, makes that a double kill on to the Chow as well as the Gatu Gotcha. So Gushan doing a lot of hard work here. Let's just look at that KDA of him. It's 82125 as we do see Fanacity getting that first tier 3 turret to the side of Fanacity. So definitely having that map control just before the next, well, it's 50 seconds before the next Lord spawns, but that would be the enhanced Lord as we reach the 12-minute mark. Fanacity's gold lead extends to 7 point, oh my word, 7 point, well, just make it 7k. Make it 8k.
Just round it out. Just round it out. Yeah. The next Lord fight is coming in here. Both teams are in a good position to contest, but it looks like FNC just has an insane lead in that. If they do manage to take out the Gushan, I think they'll put themselves in a good position. That is Bang Gang. But I just think, I think they need to try and at least get the Bruno getting those kills, and maybe they can put themselves back into the game. But so far, it's not looking good for them.
I would also rather say that they would need to be a bit more defense and build up some gold with the minions and stack up some levels. And then they would be in a good position to maybe take down.
Certainly. I don't think they should contest that.
As we see Fanacity engaging onto this enhanced Lord, just while mounting the enhanced Lord's health away. We do see the glue onto Bang Gang there. We do see the glue getting the kill onto the Chow, but the 1-1 on a killing spree, getting the Bruno Gotcha using the Avatar of Guardian to try and escape, but that does not happen. So it's only the Eve for the side of Bang Gang here. Will Fanacity use this advantage that they've got here now with the Lord coming on the bot lane? Will they finish this game as they do have the advantage and the possibility to do so, as well make that a full team wipeout? Fanacity catching the Eve in their own base, focusing on the Nexus. This is done. Fanacity progressing in the lower brackets. Unfortunately, Bang Gang falling out. So GG's well played to both teams, but Fanacity just being the better team of the evening here.
Certainly. I just think you see those. So as we progress along the brackets, you will start to see teams that are coming from the upper brackets actually entering the lower brackets. It's just in terms of just overall game dominance, I think the teams coming from the upper brackets are certainly bringing something fresh. They're just showing why they're belonging up in the upper brackets. So they're certainly going to be interesting to see how they progress in the next stage of the game. It is sad to see that BG is out of the tournament, but I don't think it's the last time we'll see of them. It's a pretty good team from Madagascar. But for tonight, FNC emerging as the victor. Pretty good Gushan plays, I must say. So yeah.
Gushan was something special in this matchup. A score of 11.2, 10-1, and 7. The Sky Piercer built as the second item there, well, if you don't count the boots. And so once those stacks came up, he was just like, it was like a shotgun. Those daggers of his.
But yeah, I think I'm very, very excited to see how the lower bracket progresses. For the people that are watching, since all of them are here, we are looking to end the MSA Cup on the weekend, so you'll be very, very tuned into the grand finals. We certainly have a lot planned for that. So I'm very, very excited to see the epic conclusion to this year-long tournament. It started up in June and we're about to finish up at the end of the year, so I think definitely one of the longest tournaments that we have, but things will be slightly different. But I'm very excited to see how the grand finals go. I think people have their predictions who they think is going to win, but I certainly think there'll be lots of surprises up in these brackets. You never know, eh? You never know in the land of dawn.
So, to Scout Skankel, do we expect Karina to come and say hi to all her supporters out there? One of the regulars on the stream, Nigel. She just wanted to.
Is that going to be a recurring thing? We request for Karina to come, and then joke, where is Karina? Come on, Karina, we're waiting for you.
Yeah, we're waiting for you. There's a little bit of a delay in the stream, right? So it might be a few seconds before she gets to hear us. But how did you guys enjoy the lower bracket quarterfinals? So Pixie Fairy, who's with us, I think still with us. Is she with us? Yes, she is. How did you enjoy the matches for today? How did you enjoy the game so far today?
It was a good game from both sides. The only thing, like I said, within the game itself that I picked up from Bang Gang is the fact that they didn't push turrets in the first match as well, and the second match too. In the first part of the second match, I actually thought that they would have the match and would take Fanacity down, and then Scarp Skenkel could have his third match. But yeah, they didn't focus on objectives.
As we always say, objectives wins games. But I'm sure, like for everybody in this tournament, this is, as you said, a very, very fun matchup. It was a very exciting one. The teams that are left in the MSA are quite strong, and so we got to see two strong teams going up against one another. The slightest mistake can end it for you. From the drafting to the gameplay itself. So, like here, as you said, the lack of ability to push lanes caused a little bit of problems for a Bang Gang. But as we know, these teams, once you see them, especially the ones who get to the latter stage of the MSA, next year we'll be on the lookout for the improvements coming through from Bang Gang. Because most of these teams, they go back, they watch their games, they analyze their mistakes, and they just come back stronger each and every year.
So, bro, I've got one quick question, right? The person we've been waiting for. Do we give her a proper introduction? Does she need a proper introduction? Or are we going to leave her to do the introduction herself?
Well, let's
Julle laat my
introduce her.
skaam kry.
So, so,
Hello
we,
everyone.
so we have in the chat with us
Hello.
all the way from the runways of Milan. A little bit jet lagged, but I'm sure she can still chat to all of you. It's Karina here to talk to all of us and potentially Nightbot as well. So, Karina, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. So, you enjoyed the streams? Enjoyed chatting with everybody?
Yes, of course, always.
Yeah.
I always love.
I don't know what you always love. Oh, sadly, I think somebody disconnected. Is it everybody? Is it just me talking to myself?
No, bro. It seems like well, it's only Nigel that
Hello.
left.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Oh, I think my mic just went off. Sorry about that.
It's all right. So what were you saying? As Don Ryu is teasing you in the chat there, he's saying Karina out.
Yeah, he always teases me.
Yeah. So we had
No, I love your jokes and everything on the stream always.
Thank you.
And I love the way you're always eating and getting your snacks.
Let me say this right. What is life without food?
I know, right?
I'm suspicious of people who don't like food. I strongly suspect there's something wrong with them. They were dropped on their head as children, and they never recovered from it. Who can not love food?
Skinny, very skinny. You know what happened? Last night, when I wanted to join The Voice, I was never on this Discord, on this server. Gerard invited me to the MSA Cup server, not this one.
Yeah, he's here. He's here. Let's hear from him what excuses he's got to make for this, sending everybody to the wrong servers.
I told Scarp today, I blame Gerard for this.
Nah, you didn't give me the specific details that which server you want to join. You just said no, you want to join the MSI Discord. You didn't say you want to join Wildlanders Discord.
But you knew that I wanted to talk to them.
You know, though, this might be a pretty cool thing to do after streams. I don't know, Karina, if you don't mind coming and joining us occasionally after the streams. Because it's nice when the viewers, where we get to actually hear your voice, so we get the sound that goes
Yeah.
with the writing. And then we can say, oh, yeah, this is what you sound like.
Yeah, now you can put a voice to my beautiful face.
yeah. Now you're gonna make Nightbot jealous. Now they're gonna Nightbot's gonna come after your heart in the next stream. Nightbot's a very jealous boyfriend.
Yeah, I know. I saw tonight on the chat. They'd be like, "No, leave Karina alone." I was like, "Nah, don't leave me alone.
Yeah.
You mine, baby."
Yeah. So, Skankel, Gerard, what do you guys think? We should make this a regular feature?
Yeah, bro, we can.
Yeah. But
Why did you forget to say?
Let me ask Gerard this quickly while he's here, right? So, bro, are we gonna go ahead with can I make the announcement? I know we were excited talking about it last night in the chat at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Should we go ahead with an announcement possibly for the fan matchups? You wanna go ahead and do that if you wanna, maybe?
Yes, we can do that.
Right. So, thanks to Rika. So if Rika is here, round of applause for him. Let's see if we can get the soundboard up for Rika. So a round of applause for Rika, as he did come up with a brilliant idea and it was taken over, and we could definitely going to use it. So for a curtain raiser for the grand finals, I was talking to the MSA team, Gerard and Nigel, and they agreed to get some polls up on to be on the MSA WhatsApp group. We're going to have some polls together. People are going to vote in there for who they want to see on a particular lane. So it's going to be for all the viewers, all the fans, all the supporters of Mobile Legends Southern Africa. Because we're not just South Africa in here. It's South Africa, Mauritius, Madagascar, Namibia, Botswana, etc. We're just trying to lock in the block of Southern Africa. We're going to get the fans into the tournament lobby. As we
That's cute.
Yeah, the soundboards sound pretty cool. We're gonna try and unlock a few more on this Discord eventually, so we get a good few more background sounds. So that's something to keep an eye out for. So instead of just being the faceless names in the live chat, we're gonna get to see you in action live if you're gonna get voted into this fan matchup there. So that's going to be pretty cool. And it's something
Fan
to look forward.
matchup. How is that gonna work?
So essentially, we're going to be taking a page out of, like I said, the idea came from Rika, and so since it came from him, we're going to take out even more pages from Rika's book. We're going to use a system very similar to how the Con Rika tournament goes through, which he hosts every few seasons or so, where we're going to get votes in to select players from obviously not people featuring in the finals or the grand finals and stuff, right? People who are in the MSA tournament, people who are in the viewership, people who just play in general, who are part of the communities and very active. But we're going to limit the list to based on activity, like how active you are in the chats and the groups, etc. We're going to put out this list. People are going to vote for who they want to see playing. We're going to get 5v5, throw them into the tournament lobby, and then this is going to be a sort of a curtain raiser for the grand finals. It'll be a best of 3. Whoever everyone votes for, the ones people with the most votes, will be thrown into the tournament lobby. They're going to have absolutely no synergy, so I expect a match very similar to a brawl, but it'll be a very, very fun opener before we get to the grand finals of the MSA.
That sounds actually very cool. I think Donru is more excited about that just because of the free skins.
Yeah, they'll be able to access everything. As we see Jenilyn, Albania, all the way from the Philippines. Yeah, well, you guys in the Philippines, Jenilyn, you have inspired us here on the southern tip of Africa to get maybe the next Kyrie coming out from Africa. Because I feel I feel in my heart that the king of the jungle should be somewhere from Africa. Don't you guys think that? It's just appropriate.
Oh, yes, indeed.
But thank you for tuning into the stream, gentlemen. I hope you come back and watch more games with us, because we will be live streaming a whole lot of tournaments, things here in South Africa. Well, in Southern Africa, as I say, it's quite a few countries across this region that are involved. But for everybody who still stayed in to listen to all of us speak, actually, I think they came here more for Karina and Pixie Fairy. They weren't really interested in me and Scarps Gecko.
I actually just wanted to say hi to you and to Scarpy and to Mads and to Don and everyone.
We will definitely have you back with us once more to say hi to everybody as many times as you want to say hi. But however, I think it is time for us to say goodbye to everybody.
100%. And just before you say goodbye, Way, just a reminder, tomorrow we've got Dark Harvest versus Celestials at 8 p.m. and then thereafter we've got RRQ versus Exodus. So viewers, before Way says goodbye from us, don't forget to press that like, share and subscribe button. And after you've pressed that subscribe button, hit on that bell to get notified once we go live or release new content.
So
Yo, you
ladies,
scared me.
so ladies, you want to say goodbye to the chat quickly before we disappear? So ladies, you want to say goodbye to the chat quickly before we disappear off the stream?
Oh, bye everyone.
Good night, everyone. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you everybody for tuning in to watch. But from myself, Waylander, and the team, it's gonna be goodbye and